If you paid off your student loan debt, congratulations. But you might feel like a big dummy after what might be about to happen. Hey everybody, JJ here. It is Bull Boom Bear Bust. It is Saturday, February 6th, 2021. Let's take a look at this insanity that is the possible debt forgiveness program for student loans. CNBC, a $50,000 student loan forgiveness plan would make 36 million borrowers debt-free. A couple lawmakers on Thursday put forward a resolution calling on the president to forgive $50,000 in student debt for all borrowers. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're someone with a lot of student loan debt, you're probably going to be jumping for joy hearing this news. But what if you're someone that worked extra long hours? Maybe you took on a second job. Maybe you avoided taking that vacation or avoided buying that new car because you wanted to do the right thing, work hard, and pay down your student loan debt. And now you see just people that may not have worked so hard. Maybe someone that didn't work at all. Maybe they just partied their extra money away, and they get their debt forgiven for up to $50,000 for student loans. That's got to really sting, I'm telling you. But that's what America is come to now. It's all about forgiveness, assistance, handouts, payouts, cancel rent, mortgage forbearance, pay my utility bills, put a freeze on credit card, interest charges. Right? It is the nanny state kicked into overdrive. All right, so I'd like to hear what you think about this down in comments. Please let me know. Now, if you're someone with debt, of course, you're going to be biased. Personally, I was lucky enough to have my employer pay for my education. I was able to get my bachelor's degree with the assistance of my employer paying for it. It's called tuition reimbursement. All right, so I'm neutral on this. I never had debt. So I'd like to hear from you. If you are someone that doesn't have debt, student loan debt, and you worked to pay it off, you paid off your student loan debt, I'd like to hear from you. If you have student loan debt and you're going to get some of it paid off if this goes through, I'd like to hear from you. Or even if you're neutral like me, what do you think about this? Is this fair? You're going to see people on both sides of the argument on this one. All right, there's some people that think all debt should be canceled. Just cancel everything. Mortgage debt, student loan debt, credit card debt. There should be no debt because banks should not be allowed to loan out money that doesn't exist. Just like they shouldn't create currency, endless amounts of currency out of thin air and charge people interest on it, right? You can go very deep down the rabbit hole on this one, but let me know what you think about this debt forgiveness. And this was put out on Twitter by Breaking 911. Let's listen to a clip from Chuck Schumer talking about this possible student loan debt cancellation.
We are here today to introduce our proposal to cancel $50,000 in student debt.
Right, yeah.
And take a huge burden off so many people in America. College should be a ladder up. For too many people, debt is the anchor that weighs them down.
All right, let's go over to Twitter sphere here and just get a couple comments on this. Now, this initial tweet was from Congressman Jamal Bowman. Education is about liberation, not oppression. I'm proud to join Rep. Presley and our colleagues in calling for POTUS to cancel $50,000 in federal student debt. And at RunSwim2404 replied, quote, instead of freebies for those unable to manage their finances versus students and parents who paid their college loan debt, institute community service in exchange for debt forgiveness, unquote. So that's an interesting take on it. Make them still work for it and make these student loan debtors pay community service. That's an interesting take. Another Twitter post at XCC quote, I pray this student loan debt forgiveness comes through. Let me run up these degrees, unquote. So there you go. There's a new take on it, right? Just go out and get as many degrees as you can. Just take class after class, get your master's degree. Just be a career student, right? Don't worry about it. Just more and more school because the debt's going to be forgiven. All right, now here's a tweet out of Master Trader. Currently applying for student loans. Hopefully I get approved so I can put it all into my May 200 SPY puts. It's a risk-free strategy with the coming student loan debt forgiveness. Right? So he's probably joking, but maybe not, saying he's going to take all the student loans and basically invest it, or some people would say gamble it, because he's going to get it forgiven anyway, so why not? Right? This is a dangerous slope, people, so it's not going to address the underlying issue, the fact that education costs too much. In fact, this is probably going to drive prices up higher, because when people think, or when they know, if it happens, that their loan is just going to be forgiven, then they're going to be more likely to go out and just take whatever loan, no matter how much it costs. And do you think the schools are going to lower the price when they know people are willing to take out the loan no matter how much it costs? Of course not. They're going to raise the price, right? So this is going to cause the cost of the education, the cost of a college education in America to go higher, right? Why would colleges lower the cost when they know students can just get a loan, get the debt forgiven? All right, the colleges, the universities, they're laughing all the way to the bank with this one, right? And I'm not criticizing you at all if you're happy with this. If someone forgave anyone's debt, anyone would be happy to get their debt forgiven. But what about the people that, again, worked hard to pay down their debt or to keep their debt as low as possible? This is my take on it. The colleges can now increase the cost of tuition even more, because they know that more people are going to be willing to take on debt, because they'll know in the end it'll just be forgiven. So this, to me, looks like an inflationary deal that's about to go down, and it's just going to get added to the overall debt, right? The debt which is already unpayable. And what are they going to say? They're going to say, okay, now we need to we need to take a bigger portion of your paycheck to help pay down all this debt that we created to help all these students get their loans paid off. So now the people that are working, they're going to have a bigger chunk of their paycheck taken to pay for this. All right, we're going to wrap this one up, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Thank you so much for all your support on this channel. Please hit like and subscribe. Come back for more economic, financial news. Stay well, stay safe, everybody. Bye for now.